Church, rise and shine and sing how much we love the world. And happy Mother's Day to everybody. Love is my decision. It's up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision, and it's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision, and no one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, and my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down that road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down that road. Love is my decision, and no one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. My decision right here and now.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity of Syracuse. Happy Mother's Day. My name is Jill, and I am your platform assistant for today. And I also wish to extend a warm welcome to everyone who is now watching via our new live streaming. And we will open today with a reading of today's daily word. Motherly love. And this is for Sunday, May 14th, 2017. I bless all mothers in my prayers. Nurturing and caring for another living being is a sacred activity. Today I take the opportunity to give thanks for all who have shared unconditional love and acceptance with me. A mother can be anyone who takes on the role of caring for a child, whether that person is a biological or an adoptive parent, another relative, a teacher, or a friend. The most important aspect in being a mother is to love and care for a child unconditionally. Patience and compassion are mainstays for these expressions of love in action. Just as caring mothers hold loved ones in their arms, so too do I hold them in my prayers. And our Bible verse is Ephesians chapter 6, verses 2 to 3. Honor your father and mother. This is the first commandment with a promise, so that it may be well with you and you may live long on the earth. And in reading this today, what struck me was this line, nurturing and caring for another living being is a sacred activity. And while I wish everyone a wonderful Mother's Day, it's an ideal we attach to mothers, but it extends to everyone. There are so many people in my life who has shown me unconditional love and acceptance, including my mother, my father, friends, and not just when I was a child, as in child in age, but as I'm still a child of God, I still continue to receive that unconditional love and acceptance, that patience and compassion in my life from these people. And whatever I'm going through, if I'm in darkness or sadness or lonely, I know that I can always reach out to one of these people, and someone will always be there for me. And through that, I've learned how to pass that on to others as well, and be there for my son and for the people that I love. So I'm grateful for all those in my life who have shown me that love. And now is the time where our children are invited to attend the youth and family ministry. Children, please meet your teachers at the back of the church, and we'll sing you out with a children's blessing as you go.
We love you, we bless you, we truly, truly appreciate you. We behold the Christ in you.
Now, we're going to say our statement of being, and just a little caveat before we do this, like last week, what we're going to do for our greeting after the statement of being is we're going to stay in our seats where we are, and we're going to give a loving hello to our neighbors with a warm smile or handshake. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that at the town hall meeting next week, so we'll discuss that a little further. So now, please stand as you're able and join me in saying our statement of being. God is all, both visible and invisible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. I am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance.
All right, ready? We know this one. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am heart with the heart of the Father. I am one more time with that. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. Ave Maria, Kyrie eleison. Ave Maria, Kyrie eleison. Sing either one. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. Ave Maria, Kyrie eleison. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God.
So everybody received announcements when they arrived here today, so I encourage you to check those out after the service. And there are a few that I'm going to point out right now. This is a biggie. This is the raffle tickets that are for $5 each, which are now available downstairs for the Duck Race to End Racism. This is what they look like. They make a perfect gift for moms, sisters, teachers, coaches, friends, or yourself. And feel free to take a packet of these. We're encouraging people to take them and see if maybe some people at your work, coworkers, would like to participate and purchase some tickets. The first prize is a $1,000 shopping spree to Destiny, and you do not have to be present to win, though it is a fun event to go to the duck race. And that's on June 10th, 10 o'clock at the Syracuse Inner Harbor. A Course in Miracles will not meet tomorrow, and the board meeting will meet this Thursday at 7 p.m. Next week, as I mentioned, is the town hall meeting. That's at 12:30, so we would love to have you all join us. We need your help. We have a couple of events coming up. Chicken barbecue. One of our 2 chicken barbecues of the year is coming up on the 24th. And we have, June 24th. Yes, important to clarify the month. June 24th, we will be having a chicken barbecue. And so we have sign-up sheets set up downstairs for everyone who would like to participate. And then we encourage you to get involved. We could really use your help with that. Also on June 17th is a yard sale. It's $10 per table, and you can sign up downstairs. There's more information in your booklet about that if you are interested.
Excuse me.
Yes, Mina.
If anybody's willing or interested in being on the committee for the yard sale, you can see me after church today. I'm going to have a meeting next week after church. Committee meeting
Okay, committee meeting next week after church
for the yard
for the yard
sale.
sale.
So if you want to be on that committee, I know you're dying and many of you are dying too. See me right after church.
Okay, thank you, Mina. And Reverend Edith has an announcement as well.
Good morning. So we got a letter, and if you guys remember the books that I taught, How to Pray Without Talking to God and Divine Audacity, that's Reverend Linda Martella Whitslet. As of the beginning of this year, she became the vice president at Silent Unity. We got a letter from her department, but really from her, And this is what it says: "Dear friends, you mean so much to us. The faith and friendship we share with you is a blessing that we treasure. We are honored that you are a part of our circle of prayer, and we enfold you in thoughts of joy, peace, and prosperity. Each day during the Silent Unity Prayer service, we pray with a special part of our Unity family. On Wednesday, May 10th, so this past Wednesday, we will be praying for your ministry, honoring you and giving thanks for all you do to help spread the Unity message in your community and around the world. We trust that you will feel our appreciation for you on this day and that you continue to be aware of it every day. Friends like you are the true heart of the Unity work. May you always know how important you are to us and to everyone who seeks a deeper relationship with God. We send you our love and envision your life beautifully blessed through your ever-deepening awareness of God within. In faith, silent unity." That's my announcement for today.
Jill, I have an announcement also. Yes. As I announced last week, one of our YFM 10-year-olds, she and her mom lost everything in a fire. And so I had a discussion with her on what she might need, and pretty much they need everything: blankets, towels, dishes, pots and pans. At the time, she was hoping that she could find a couple of beds, a queen-size bed and a twin bed. She was gonna let me know if she found it. I didn't hear from her, so my thought is that maybe she did not secure the beds. So they're looking for a queen and a twin, and the sheets and blankets and stuff that go with that. She also is a healthcare worker, and right now she's borrowing scrubs. So if anyone knows of anyone who has large scrubs, doesn't matter what color or anything, she needs scrubs. And, pretty much anything that they're looking for. There's some things that Khalees is looking for, and I think the YFM is going to try to pick up a couple of those kind of special items that she's missing. One of which is an American Girl doll, and I don't know if our budget can stretch quite that far, but yeah, so we're looking, I think one of the things we're looking to get for her is a tablet, because she lost her tablet, and, they're all connected nowadays. So, just let me know what you might be able to donate, and of course, cash is always welcome, and I'd be more than happy to coordinate getting that stuff. Thank you.
Thank you, Akoswa. And I would now like to welcome today's guests. Is there anyone visiting us today for the second or third time, or who has not been here for quite a while? Hi, David. Great to see you. Well, we have a gift for you downstairs in the bookstore. You can pick it up after service. And we have food, okay, and coffee. Is there anyone visiting us for the very first time today? Okay, well, it is nice to have everybody here today. And of course, please join us downstairs after the service. And we will have fellowship and food and refreshments. So I look forward to seeing you downstairs. On the screen, you can see our 5 basic unity principles. These are the basic tenets of unity. Are there 2 of you who have seen one of them demonstrated in your life in the last week? Please keep your share to 1 or 2 minutes so that we can hear from a couple people. Yes, Leland.
So we finally, I think, have these working a little better than they did last week. But I have to just say the power of positive prayer and thoughts. My office is going through some major personnel changes. A secretary is leaving due to her pregnancy, and then my assistant is also moving to North Carolina. So the process of how do I replace 2 key people, all I could do was pray, because and trust the process. I thought we had somebody who liked it, but then things didn't work. But it has worked in the right way, in the most beautiful way. But it took a lot of trust and let it go. So I could not figure out and say this is how it had to be. No, I had to let it go, let God, and I have now 2 new people that will be in my staff. So it's wonderful.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. Now is the time for the blessing of the prayer requests. This is the prayer portion of the service. Will the prayer chaplains who are serving today please stand? Every Sunday, we have a silent time of meditation from 10:30 to 10:45. And from 10:45 to 10:55, prayer chaplains are available to pray with you, and again after service. At this time, we bless all prayer intentions or requests. Unity was founded on prayer. At Silent Unity, prayer has been continuous for over 125 years. If you have not yet placed your written prayer intention in our prayer box, you can do so at the end of service, or you can pray silently with us during this time. Prayer intentions are held in prayer in confidence here for 30 days. We do not look at them. And then we mail them to Silent Unity, where they hold them in prayer for an additional 30 days.
If we could just all join together and take that sacred breath in. And as we exhale, we pray. Divine Spirit, Blessed Mother, we know that these prayers were heard on our hearts even before they were written on paper. We affirm that all prayers are answered in divine timing, and we know that all are surrounded in love. And so it is. Amen.
Now is the meditative portion of our service. Now, some of you may have already closed your eyes, and I invite those who have not to join me in closing your eyes. And if you're not comfortable doing so, then I invite you to focus on one spot in the room. Focusing on one spot, it may be that spot that's right in front of your shoes, your feet, or your lap. Or even this Christ candle, the light that shines as you. And in this moment, I also ask you to simply relax. Relaxing into the seat where you're sitting. Letting go of the fullness of this day already, and letting God. Relaxing into the nothingness of the now, being with all there is, all that there is not. But we know that there is no spot where God is not. So relax, dear one. And imagine just for a moment your mother, grandmother, a mother figure, someone with the feminine energy and qualities of a mother. And bring that person, or perhaps something that they had done, to your mind now. Allowing that memory to bring out that sense of unconditional love that this individual gave. And in this moment, we allow that love to simply radiate out throughout our entire body. And we be with this feeling, this experience, allowing it to deeply resonate down through the core of our beingness. Feel that presence now, even more, as we remember and honor. And as that feeling is deeply within, know that it is bubbling up and it is radiating out from you, with that essence of love radiating out into this sanctuary, filling up this entire space, from the inner sanctuary to the outer. We have this experience of love. And we take a little pause and sit in the silence as we continue to think of those love words, memories, thoughts, people, their names. And we sit with the knowingness and these words, I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. In the silence, we go deeper together as one. In the silence, we consciously connect with the source of our beingness within us, Spirit, infinite presence, and declare we are connected. As we say these words, I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. am. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. And in this expanded state of awareness, I invite you to bring into your mind all of the prayer intentions that are in our prayer box, holding the highest and best for them. And if you could bring to mind someone that you love and appreciate deeply, perhaps it's a mother or a mother figure, and just bring that person to your mind, just loving them up in this moment, holding the highest and best for them, whether they're in a physical presence or not. We continue to be blessed and to know that we are grateful for all that we are, grateful for who we have been, grateful for those mother figures who have been in our lives. We give thanks for this moment in time, and so it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
For all the times you stood by me, for all the truths that you made me see, for all the joy you brought to my life, for all the wrong that you made right, for every dream you made come true, for all the love I found in you, I'll be forever thankful, Mom, 'cause you're the one who held me up and never let me fall. You're the one who saw me through it all. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best that was in me, lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believed. I'm everything I am because you love me. You gave me wings and made me fly. You touched my hand, I could touch the sky. I lost my face and you gave it back to me. You said no stars were out of reach. You stood by me and I stood tall. You and your love, I had it all. I'm grateful for each day you gave me. Maybe I don't know that much, but I know this much is true. I was blessed because I was loved by you. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me. You lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believed. I'm everything I am because you loved me. You were always there for me, a tender wind that carried me, a light in the dark, shining your love into my life. You've been my inspiration Through the lies you were the truth. My world is a better place because of you. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me. Lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believed. I'm everything I am because you love me. I'm everything I am because you love me.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, what a glorious day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. So I want to say Happy Mother's Day to like all mothers, including mother figures, because Mother's Day, yes, it's meant for mothers in a sense, but it's also meant for those who have been mother figures, whether it's a feminine energy of some sort that is nurturing, that is kind, that is loving. Today I'm going to share with you some of the gifts moms and mother figures have demonstrated the blessed ways for us to be. We can discover a blessed way to be by looking at our mothers and at our mother figures. Today we are honoring Mom. They have shown us how to be an inspiration, demonstrate unconditional love, and compassion for others, to name a few. I mean, it's so many things, right? Well, I have a story out of one of my favorite books. This one is Chicken Soup for the Woman's Soul. And this story is about two little girls, one named Marion and one named Mildred. Marion and Mildred both went to school together, and often when they would walk home, Mildred would be waiting for Marion at the top of a hill. One of these times she got to the top of the hill waiting for Marion, and this is what she did. She stepped on the back of her shoe and slapped her on her back. She cried. I know, it's not, is it funny? Okay, I don't know, but. Well, Marion cried because she couldn't help it. And when she got home, her mother asked her, what happened? And she didn't want to tell her mom, but she had to. And she said, Mom, I really don't want to tell you this, but, well, Mildred is bullying me. So her mom decided she was going to go with her to school the next day. Marion begged her, please, Mom, don't go, don't do anything to her. Now, you know, some mothers would, right? Like, I'm, you know, kids beating up on my kid, I'm going to go, I'm doing something. Back in the day, she might have got a spanking. I think they wouldn't do that today. Child protection, you know, all those kinds of things. My mama probably still would. But she decided to go with her, and even with Marion begging and pleading for her mother to not, she went. Her mother said to her, I have a plan. So they went to school. Now, normally, Marion would go off her way going to school, and her mama would go the opposite way going to her job at the bank. She worked at a bank. And this time, her mother didn't depart. She waited, and she saw Mildred coming over to the hill, and Her mother goes over to her. Miriam was scared, like really afraid of what was going to happen next. And her mother noticed something about Mildred, and that was her clothes looked a little tattered. The buttons on her coat were unbuttoned. There was just, her coat was wide open, and it was cold outside, really frigid. You know, kind of like our, well, now. I was going to say winter. The winter is supposed to be gone. I don't know, but it was cold. And this is what Miriam's mother did. She walked up to her and she started buttoning her coat. She said, Mildred, you're cold. I want to just button your coat. And she turned her collar up, you know, so her neck would be warm, and patted her on her face, just giving her that loving touch and connection. And she said this to Mildred. She said, I'm Marion's mother. I need your help, Mildred. And Mildred looked at her mother because her mother had stepped down and was right at her face with that love radiating out from her. And Mildred felt that love, and she said, yes, ma'am. And she said, Marion doesn't have any brothers or sisters, and she doesn't have many friends. I think you could be a friend for her. Could you do that? And Mildred chewed on her bottom lip, and she nodded yes. Her mother, Marion's mother, thanked her, and she thanked her with this confidence and this gratitude, and that gratitude was pouring out from her. I'm so thankful that you're going to be my daughter's friend. Now, she knew the backstory, right? Okay. And off, Marion's mom went to her job at the bank, and they walked down the street going to school. And Mildred didn't hit her. They started walking to school every day. And sometimes they would even hold hands. Valentine's Day came that year, like Valentine's Day does, in a school year. It always happens. And the children get so excited. I remember getting so excited as a kid to have those, you're making your Valentine's Day cards out for all of the children in the class, even the ones that you might not like or who may have bullied you in the past, but you have the list. And you're trying to pick out which card should you give to which one. And the two girls got to school. And Mildred pulled a card out and handed it to Miriam. And when she read it, do you know what it said? Yes. To my best friend in the whole wide world. You see, in that moment, both of them had been transformed. Do you get it? Now, in our revealing word, our metaphysical book of terms, Charles Fillmore, our co-founder, said this about power. Now, power is our spiritual power of the month. It's backed up by the color of the month, which is what? Purple. And the disciple is Philip, so I call it Purple Power Philip. The 3 P's, the triple P's. And Charles Fillmore says this about power. He said, the mind and the body of man, and I'm going to add woman, have power to transform energy from one plane of consciousness to another. From one plane of consciousness? So what does that mean? Well, consciousness is really awareness. So once Marion's mom had an awareness of what this child was doing to her little girl, I'm sure she probably spent a moment in silence, maybe even a moment in prayer. Oh, please help me not do anything unloving. And she went to that little girl and she got to her face and she buttoned her up and had her feeling nice, warm, and cozy and asked her a simple question. Would you be my daughter's friend? Bullies, what I get about people who are bullies is that they really just want to be noticed. They want someone to love and care about them, and it comes out kind of backwards. And maybe we have to remember Marion's mother and love and appreciate even the bullies in the world, or those who may seem to be bullies. That when we do that work for ourselves and the activity of it, then we are indeed doing what Charles Fulmer suggests, that we are transforming the consciousness or awareness from one way of being to another. You see, not only was Mildred transformed, but Marion was transformed as well. And I'm certain that they were long friends, probably all the way until the end of their K through 12 experience. Well, you know, we have ways of seeing that in our own lives, and I want to give you the first way that we can discover a blessed way to be by being inspirational. Tommy B said this about his mama. Mom could have allowed her grief of Dad's passing to consume her, emotionally disable her, curl up and get lost in the TV, and hide from the world. But instead, she is discovering new possibilities, embracing life and discovering herself. Aren't you? I know. She is marking items off her bucket list. You got a big bucket list too, don't you? Yeah, huge. Like going to rock concerts. She's went to Shinedown, Alice in Chains and Tool, to name a few. I know, I see them on Facebook. Going to the gym, eating healthy, and doing things for herself. She is stepping out and shining her light. Tommy B says, she is my inspiration to get out and do things and be active. That's what discovering a blessed way to be is about. The next way that we can discover a blessed way to be is by being regal, prestigious, and endearing. Akosua, my wife, her grandmother, Anna Priscilla, they called her my dear. And when Akosua's mom, Beverly, was a little girl, my dear used to drink coffee in the morning with her, and they drank it out of china cups. Now, my dear had real coffee, of course, and Akosua's mom, Beverly, had warm milk in a cup. And they would sit and have their regal, prestigious way of being with each other. When they visited my dear in Nashville, my dear would say this to Akosua: darling, come sit over here and read the newspaper to me. And Akosua would, of course, say yes ma'am, and read the newspaper to her grandmother. But in this way of being, my dear being very regal and very elegantly dressed, it is still being demonstrated with Akosua. You see, everything must match, everything. You name it, it matches. She must put her jewelry on. You got to put it on. You got to put your game face on to meet the world. And that is how our way of demonstrating and discovering a blessed way to be, by demonstrating those things that we got from our mother figures. Yeah. The next way that we can discover a blessed way to be is with hugs, kisses, cuddles, and just really being together with people, right? Like we do that. We do that in the morning, and maybe not as much as we did before where we go all over the church and stuff, but we still get to experience that unconditional love in this church and in places that we go. Yeah. Well, Ken Walling, one of our prayer chaplains, he said this about his wife Bridget. He said that Bridget is a blessing and is blessed by being mother to Dharma and Freya. The relationship that she has with them fills them with love and joy. In many ways, he believes that their daughters are living out their childhood, you know, the childhood that both he and Bridget wish they had as children. That's what he told me. He believes that Bridget is filled with pride to care for the girls as she does, being a full-time mom. She has been with them for every joyful and difficult moment. Hugs and kisses and hair stroking, cuddles and gifts that bless everyone involved. Being with them when they're baking or putting puzzles together on the floor. Bath times, bath times and bedtime stories is a blessed way to be. These are the demonstrations that our fifth principle talks about. Putting our words in action. See, we're all doing it. We're always doing it. Now, another blessed way to be is by being imperfect or perfect. Acceptance, having gratitude, and trust. Sibby said that she started to accept her mom for who she was, and more importantly, for who she was not. You know, she wanted her to be like the Hollywood actress's mom. I'm guessing it was probably like Father's Knows Best, you know, the mom there, or maybe Leave It to Beaver, or somebody like that. I know, I'm talking about me. Okay. But she said that when she did that, for accepting her for who she was and not, then their relationship transformed. Remember Charles Fillmore talked about us transforming it from one way of being to another? And she began looking at her, at all that she had overcome in her life and all that she had given to Sibby and her sisters through her imperfect expressions of love. And don't we have some imperfect expressions of love that we have with our mothers and mother figures? Like, they're not perfect. And yet, there are these golden nuggets that are more precious than jewels that we have. Sibby says, now I know how blessed I am to have had my mother, imperfectly perfect. She goes on to talk about herself as being a mom and saying that now being a mom for 43 years, that she has learned that a blessed way to be a mother is to trust that her sons will have their own soul's journey. And she discovered that the more that she was able to take control out of their lives, like she took the S off the beginning of mother, which is smother. I know, so I know, you get it, right? Like, yeah. Oh, God, smothering them. Yes. The more that she was able to trust God in that inner guidance, that's where the guidance comes in at. And then the more freedom that they were able to feel and become their own persons. And today her sons are men who live within the blessing of mature relationships. And for Sibby, the blessed way to be turns out to be living in acceptance, gratitude, and trust. So when we're looking at mothers and mother figures, are we able to really accept who they are for who they have been, who they're not, and to give gratitude that we got here, that we actually made it in our bodies and we're living in our own skin, and that the S got taken off the smother to mother. And then trusting in the process that is unfolding for each and every one of us. And the last way that I want you to know about discovering a blessed way to be is to be with laughter and being in the present, like this present moment right now. Dana shared this about Mama B, and she said that Mama B is able to demonstrate being silly. Isn't that nice? Isn't that really nice? A mama that's silly? Yeah, right? It's a perfect way. And that being silly for no reason at all, without any judgment about the silliness. Being present to the moment with excitement and promise of all that it can bring. Finding that strength to make decisions based on choices versus fear. You see, No matter what is happening, we know that people can have an experience of love, that unconditional love, being joyful in it. And Dana said that Mama B has all these things which are magical, loving, and endearing. All of us have this ability to demonstrate what love looks like. All of us have the ability to know that there are these many, many, many different ways and gifts that we can have when we're looking at a mother and mother figure, when we're honoring moms of any sort. Now, our Bible verse for today can give us some insight as to where we have been going with this as a possibility. In Proverbs chapter 31, verses 25 and 26, it says, "She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue." I'm going to read that again. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. Did you pull that out of all these different examples of what mother figures are like? Remember when we talked about Marion's mother and how she walked up to that bully that used to smack her kid? And she gave her unconditional love. She was able to teach kindness and not a way of being harsh. You see, two wrongs don't make a right. You ever heard that one? My mama used to say that to me. They really don't. But how are we able to shift when things happen that don't seem to fit with that? When people are still making two wrongs to make a wrong? How do we shift in our way of being so that we become the example of love, acceptance, generosity? That we can discover a blessed way to be by looking at these mother figures. We can discover a blessed way to be by being kind. We can discover a blessed way to be by showing unconditional love no matter what is happening. We can discover and show a blessed way to be by being generous. Generous with our time, generous with our talents, generous with our tithing. I know. Oh my. But it's part of the givingness. It's part of that heart of a mother that we're able to be and experience the goodness that the universe has for all of us. That when we do that, then we're bringing out that feminine quality that all of us have. It is vital for us to tap into that side of us, to be willing to give and to nurture. Like the love that I know poured out in the room when Akosua talked about the little girl who they lost everything in a fire. Well, how many people do we see that happening if you look at the news? As the fire seems like almost every day. Do we pour love there? Oh, gosh, want to pour love? Or someone who is having some seeming challenge, whatever it is, a physical challenge, a mental challenge, an emotional challenge. When we hear about them, are we willing to demonstrate that feminine quality of nurturing and unconditional love? That we each have the opportunity to do that and to do it well. You see, all of us, whether we're physically in this room or someplace else in the world out there, live streamers, that we have a way of expanding our state of being and showing and demonstrating the gifts that are us. We have shown this in this service, and we can show it to our families when we make that call, Happy Mother's Day. And take a moment before we do that, make those calls or go see those people, those females that we are loving and appreciating, or mother figures that are guys. Take a moment to go into your heart space and just simply breathe in that love and appreciation, breathing it into that space so that when we see them face to face or on the phone or however way we communicate, that we're communicating that love that radiates out from the core of our beingness. This is what the demonstration looks like. This is what discovering a blessed way to be is. That we be the action of it. And then we get to look at this kaleidoscope of beingness for moms, like words like supportive, right? Like we heard in all of these different stories today, that mothers are special. All mother figures are special, that they are helpful, talented, fabulous, amazing, loving, insightful. You read them, they're up there, there's a whole bunch of them. Doesn't it feel good just to think about it? To be with the presence of that energy? That energy that is so light and so amazing that it drew us in. We're so grateful for it. I'm grateful for my own mother figures. My grandma, we called her Mama. She didn't want to be called Grandma when I was a kid. It was the next generation that she then became Grandma, but we called her Mama and called my mother Mickey. I was confused. But anyway, Mama used to sit in her own designated chair. Do you have that in your house or in your, don't sit there. That's Mama's chair. And Mama would come home she was a postal worker and she carried mail when I was a kid, and she would come home and say, "Baby, would you do Mama's hair?" And we put a chair in front of the stove in the kitchen where Mama's chair was too. We put a chair right there and we comb her hair, and brush it. She had long hair from her Native American heritage, just long and thick and dark and little specks of gray in there. And she didn't need it combed. She wore it in a bun get this. My grandma wore what do you call those things? A skull cap, the ones you wear in the winter, even in the summer when she carried mail, with her hair in a bun. And we comb it and brush it, and you know what? She just fall asleep. Every time. And I think about those kinds of things when I'm thinking about how we get to love and honor the presence of our mother figures. So perhaps you have one. But I want to give you an affirmation that can assist us with thinking about them and thinking about how we are blessed by the examples they gave us. And here it is. I am blessed by being an inspiration and joyfully demonstrating unconditional love. You get that? Yes. So I'm going to invite you to say it with me, okay? Let's say it together. I am blessed by being an inspiration and joyfully demonstrating unconditional love. Let's say it again, please. I am blessed by being an inspiration and joyfully demonstrating unconditional love. Now, let's take a minute. Take a moment to focus on your heart space again, bringing in that sense of unconditional love that you have for that mother figure that you've been thinking about, or the many of them. Yes. And allow that love to now we know that it's radiating out from you, that it doesn't stay in the body, it just goes out as a loving, positive, amazing energy that you are. And if you have your eyes closed, let's open them again and say our affirmation for today, and it is together. I am blessed by being an inspiration and joyfully demonstrating unconditional love. So it is. And so we simply allow it to be us. It's all right. It's all right to feel that love, to have that love, and to be that love in full action. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Namaste. And now it's time for our tithes, love offerings, and gifts. For those out there in love streaming, those who are love streaming, we have a donate button. You can graciously, we would accept your love offering, your gifts, your tithes. You push the button and then it'll prompt you as to what to do. And for those of us here, we're going to say our love offering blessing in just a moment, but knowing that it's the same love in demonstration in a money substance as the demonstration that we got from our mother figures, that we give as mother figures. And so we have a love offering blessing here on the screen, and those of you out there in love streaming, just listen to it with an open heart and hear the words of our love offering blessing. Together, let's say that. Together, please. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God. You are my source. And that source is never ending, infinite, and always available. Thank you, God. Yes.
It's a beautiful morning. I think I'll go outside for a while and just smile, just breathing that clean fresh air. No sense in staying inside, 'cause the weather's fine and we got the time. It's a chance to wake up and plan a brand new day either way. A brand new day, come on, let's play. It's a beautiful morning. Each bird keeps singing their own song. Come on, we gotta be on our way. No time for hanging around. We got to cover ground and you can't keep us down. It's just no good when the sun's shining. If you're still inside, shouldn't hide. If you're still in hide, come on, let's fly. It's a beautiful morning. Oh, come on. It's a beautiful morning. Oh, it's a beautiful morning. Oh.
Our very own Judy Banky, thank you. And Mark Wildman, our music director, thank you so much for blessing us today. Thank you. And I know you want to know, what does Gandhi have to say? Hello, Gandhi. His face is on my check. He says, peace is its own reward. Yes. So I believe that our mother figures bring us peace. Peace that surpasses all understanding. Okay, so we're going to take a moment to bless this money substance. If you could come right here. Yep, thank you. All right, oh yeah, I hear you. Those of you, yep, rubbing those hands together for those in love streaming land. We do that because there is this love that is radiating out from inside of us, and we want to have that energy that is, if you even take your hand and form it like that, you can actually feel how it goes when you rub your hands together. It demonstrates that love that is within us seeking to express in the world. So we point our hands, after we do that, toward this money substance, blessing every single person who put something in the basket or put their hand over the basket. Because people give in many, many amazing ways. Money substance that comes through the mail and in our credit card machine downstairs, live streaming, love streaming on the internet, and those who are not able to. We're blessing everyone because we are coming from our givingness as one power, one presence, like one God, the good omniscience. So we take a moment to bless this money substance, spirit, divine love, mother, Abba. We give thanks for all who have given in so many ways today, that each of us are standing on the shoulders of someone that was a mother figure. We give in honor of them today and know that it comes right back to us. We're so grateful for the moving activity of all that we are and all that we get to be. We give thanks for these things and so much more, and so it is. Amen. Okay, thank you. And we hear the children, don't we? Uh-oh, here they come.
Hello. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Woohoo! Hello. Hello, hello, hello. What you guys up to? What you been doing? Hey, hi, hi. Oh, so many of you today. Hi there. Thank you. So what y'all do today, Miss Natalie?
Hey everybody, I got a couple announcements.
Okie dokie.
So YFM is having a fundraiser, a bottle and can drive, June 4th. So collect your bottles and cans, and on June 4th, before the 11 a.m. service, we're going to be right outside the garage to collect them. So please think of us. Yes, Tom? Awesome, so you got $80 worth of cans? Thank you, you've been saving. Awesome. Thank you, Tom. And also for the yard sale on June 18th or 17th, we are going to have a table for the youth. So we're collecting donations, any garage type items to sell. So the last day to donate that would be June 11th, and just leave your donations out right in between the manse and the fellowship hall. And I wanted to welcome and invite everybody to go downstairs and receive a gift from the children. So if you could, just stop downstairs for a little while, get a cup of coffee or tea, and get a gift from one of these precious little angels. So today, what did we do?
We made a Mother's Day thing for our mothers.
And Tavian wrote a poem. Come here. He's going to read it. I'll hold the mic, okay?
Oh mommy, I love you so much. Oh mommy, you're very sweet. Oh mommy, you love me so much. Oh mommy, you do everything for me.
Aww. So just want to wish all those nurturing female energies, thank you. We're very grateful for your caring and nurturing presence.
Thank you.
Awesome, guys.
Awesome. Okay, thanks. And we have our children's affirmation and blessing and affirmation. Let's say that together, please. We bless our children wherever they are. We see them surrounded by love and light throughout the week. We have a thriving, expanded youth and family ministry. Yes. And the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And the peace song,